My name is Rex Dixon, and I will be doing the interview.
I'm Katie Hall, and I will be behind the camera.
What do you do for a living?
Right now, I do commercial shell fishing. I base all up in the winter. That goes from November to the 1st of April. And in the summer months, I dig hardshell clams, little necks, and sell them to the fish markets on the island. So I'm out in my boat year round.
Okay, how much money does that get you?
How much money does it get me? Well, it depends on the season and it depends on the price of the product. The bay scallop is usually the best because it's a longer season and the prices do fluctuate from year to year, plus the harvest. And in the summertime, the little necks are probably a set price, and I can do that 3 or 4 days a week, and I sell them to the fish markets.
What nationality are you?
Well, I'm half Norwegian and part Irish. And my father came from Norway, and my my grandmother came from Ireland.
What is the most special part of Nantucket to you?
Oh, there's a lot of parts of Nantucket that I really like. I like being on the island, and I like it being small where I can get to one place to another without a lot of traffic. I like the availability of the water on both ends of the island, Nantucket and the main harbor, which is important to me because that's how I make my living.
How would your best friend describe you?
My best friend describe me? Oh boy. Oh gee, I don't know. I would like have him to describe me. I don't know. I guess kind of straightforward, down to the point, and no foolishness.
If you were stranded on a desert island, what 3 things would you want with you and why?
Well, I got to have food to survive. I'd like to have shelter. And the third thing, I'd like to have my boat so I could leave.
What do you usually worry about and why?
Worry about? Oh, there's a lot of things to worry about. But, I think when you get along in years like myself, you worry more about your health. That's the main thing. Your health and the well-being of your family is a concern. It's not a major worry. It's a concern, major concern.
If you were to take all the choices you made, what animal do you think you're most like and why?
Maybe like a Labrador retriever. Like I'm cuddly and I'm always wagging my tail.
So, you've been on Nantucket for a long time, right?
Yeah, all my life so far.
You said you were a fisherman? What's your thought on ocean pollution? Like, do you think that it should really, really stop?
Well, I think in the last 20 years with oil pollution, well, ocean pollution, I should say, people are much more aware of it today than they were in the past. And I think we're starting to come out of the worst part of pollution, ocean pollution. There's still a lot to be done, but as more and more people are aware of it, more will be done to clean up and to keep the oceans pristine, like our waters around Nantucket.
So when did you first realize that you love the ocean?
Oh, I think just when I was a little boy, I guess I don't know. I guess it's something that gets in your blood from your parents, my father's side, my grandfather's side. Um, it's just something that you like, and if you like what you're doing, that's so important. And I like what I do. I don't call it work. I just enjoy what I do.
Did you do any military service as a kid?
I spent 4 years in the Coast Guard. Um, and as soon as I graduated from high school, I enlisted into the Coast Guard and spent 4 years. And it was quite an experience. I ran a rescue boat for 2 years down into the Key West during the Cuban refugee crisis, and we saved hundreds and hundreds of people during that time.
At what age did you go into the military?
Right after graduation, yeah, I was 19. And in those days, it was what they call the 4-year hitch. You had to sign up for 4 years. And I still think it's 4 years now that you have to give your time. You go to boot camp first. That was 16 weeks. And then you went in onto a ship or a shore station or whatever.
What do you think is the biggest problem in today's world?
Biggest problem is, oh, geez. Wow. Well, I guess it's always been a problem in the world. It's just wars and people not being able to get along with each other. You know, most of the wars comes down to religion. And if people can just accept the other person's religion and let well enough alone, let be what be, and I think the world would be a lot better off.
What religion are you?
I'm Catholic. I was raised Catholic, the Christian religion. And now here on Nantucket, we have several different religions, and we all seem to get along fine, you know, which unfortunately the world doesn't.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
You're entirely welcome, young man. You're entirely welcome.